பிரச்சனை வராதா? ஐயோ மொபைல் தெரியும் தேவையில்லை. யூடியூப் தான் மெயினா இருக்கும். அதுதான் அங்கே விட்டுடும். நான் ப்ராப்ளம் போகிறேன். அவங்க சாப்பாட்டுக்கு 700 சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தது. 700னா நீ மொத்தமா 700 ரியால் கொடுத்துருக்கியா? அப்ப எனக்கு புரியல. நீ சொல்ற நான் போன்லயும் கேட்க முடியாது. நீ எப்படி ஆடியோ வீடியோ சொன்னாலும் எனக்கு புரியாது. வாய்ப்பு இல்லை.
Hi everyone, a very good morning to one and all. I very much appreciate the innovation that you have taken to attend this online summit, even though it's a Sunday. And I can see that we are having members from different domains in here. I think we are having students after education, some of them are having job hunting, so I can see job seekers in here, and non-IT professionals as well as IT. I'm welcoming all to the India's IT Innovators Online Summit Tech Conclave 2025, brought to you by BLEARN Academy, powered by BSoft Education. It's an opportunity to grow your network, to build your career. So you might have noticed that when you meet someone for the first time, we'll be communicating with them, we'll be starting with our names, and the very next question, what they're asking is about your career. So that is to decide the amount of respect that they have to give to you. So your career is not only about giving some savings or earnings, nothing like that. It's all about giving you a respect, a value, and a reputation. So, in today's technical world, which is driven by AI, a career in IT is one of the best way to build your growing career. To this summit, we will be able to guide you and give you a clear picture on an understanding how to build your career in IT, how to improvise them, and what is the maximum potential of it. So, BLEARN Academy, powered by Bsoft, is introducing our LinkedIn certified Ms. Savita Vinod with 6+ years of experience in giving the mentorship for individuals on how to start their career and how to build them. So Bsoft Education and BLEARN Academy has been working on this for the IT career for candidates for past 25 years. So I hope everyone who has joined in this session would be getting a clear picture on what you are able to and what you can do to uplift your career in IT. So welcome, ma'am, Savida, for the session. All the best and welcome everyone. Handing over to you, Ms. Savida, ma'am.
Thank you, Adil, for that introduction. Now, very good morning to everyone who are present on the session. I understand this is a Sunday and still you have taken time to join the session, which means that you all are very specific about your career, your importance. You give right importance to your career. So I would like to welcome everyone to this Tech Summit. This is going to be your session. It's not going to be my session because it is a Young Innovators IT Summit. Okay. So I don't want to directly jump into the presentation. Let me give you a little bit overview of what is the idea of the session. There will be a point. At one point, everybody might have thought, okay, what if there was a proper guide for me? Maybe I could have taken the right step in my career. I see that there are experienced people who have also joined the session. And I'm pretty sure that at one point you might have thought, okay, what if there was one person who could have guided me properly so that my career would have been a little bit better? I come from that place, and our team come from that place. That is where we formed the organization Bsoft Education or BLEARN Academy. We are not going to be trainers or mentors, but we are going to be that big brother or sister you wished at one point of your time was there to guide you. Everybody tell you that if you if you get good scores in your 10th, your career is going to be sorted. After that, they will tell you, oh, in Kerala we call it higher education. Maybe in your states you call it PUC. Right after 10, they will tell you get good scores in PUC, your life is going to get settled. But it is only after college when campus placements or off-campus placement, when it happens, you will realize the right picture that it is not your 10, it's not your PUC, it's not even your college grades that is going to help you to get your career or life sorted. It is the job where you get placed. I come from a background where in my PUC I got 97%, and my cutouts were there in in papers, in newspapers and all. But at that point, what I lacked was academic wise, I was excelling. But what I lacked in my beginning was I didn't have a mentor. And I landed up in an absolutely wrong domain, which is engineering. I can see, pretty sure most of you come from that domain. It is after my engineering 4-year career that I understood I am not doing the right thing. And I went for a management job. And right now, after my 6 years of career, I'm doing pretty good and I'm doing what I'm loving. So within this session, our intention is to guide you according to your interest. We're not going to push you any of the domains, but according to your interest, by end of the session, you should be able to take a decision. Okay, this is my interest. This is my core area. I'm going to work on it. So I think that's pretty much, and we can start, right? Let me share my presentation. Give me a minute. And I don't want this to be a non-interactive session. I want you all to interact. In case if you all don't wish to talk, it's okay. You can drop a chat. Okay. It would be great if you can unmute. Sorry, mute your mic.
Innovators Summit is going to be that.
Yes. So, like I said, the intention of this Young IT Innovator Summit is to guide you. We are going to be that right big brother or sister you wished were there in your life. So, to talk about our team, we are there in the market for past 25 years, and we have been providing placements for over 10,000 plus students, candidates. So, and how we form the team is like we all are professionals who come from different backgrounds who at some point felt, okay, this is not going to work for me. Let us work together and enlighten the coming generation, the future students, so that they can work on the right domains. That is where we found BSOF Education and BLEARN Academy. Basically, it's the same institution with two branches. And we are going to discuss a lot of domains here which has right relevance in the market now. And how can you understand which is the domain that is right for you? After the session, you can take an assessment which will be shared in the community as well as in the chat. After taking the assessment, you will get an idea which domain is going to match you. What are your interests and what domain of IT will you fit into, right? Again, this is not a college exam. There is no pressure. It's just an opportunity to explore your potential. Okay, and there's one more benefit. Anybody who take the assessment gets an opportunity to avail scholarships up to 100%. Also, if you are somebody who's not looking for scholarship, you get an opportunity to do an internship with BLEARN Academy as well. And there's one more surprise, which I don't want to reveal right now. We'll be doing that towards end of the session. After within the week, you will be getting notification about that surprise for all attendees. Okay. So let us see what is the current market of IT domains. Till COVID, there were a lot of people who were doing most of the field work because they preferred, like, I want to, that is what most of the candidates used to tell. I want to be in my hometown. I want to eat my mother's food. I want to go like a morning, I want to go, evening, I want to come back to my room. Then I want to go out with my friends. That was a culture what most of the people was longing for till COVID. When COVID hit the people and economy very badly, that is when everybody saw whoever were working in IT, they just took their laptop, came back to their hometown, in their room, they were sitting, working, earning money. That was the point when everybody understood, okay, incoming scenarios where war is going to happen, another pandemic might could happen, flood could happen, everything. IT job where you can sit in the comfort of your room and work is something that's going to be secure for your career, right? And these are the clips what I took from LinkedIn yesterday. So one day prior, there was opening for IT solutions engineer, and they were just 1 hour before the session. There was a post in LinkedIn that they were going to hire full stack engineers, AI engineers, also data analysts. And when I asked, like in my past 6+ years, I was interacting with a lot of college students. That point, when I asked them, everybody tell, ma'am, I want to get placed in TCS, Infosys, Wipro, IBM. What is the average package for a fresher you can expect? This is what the math says. Okay. Now, I want to hear from you. What is the purpose of you attending this session? Like we had a session yesterday. Some people told they already finished courses from somewhere, but still there is a little bit dilemma left. What has to be done next? Some are college students heading towards the final year, so they want to prepare themselves now. Is there anybody who want to unmute and talk? What is your idea of attending this session, or where do you see your future? Any domains which you want to hear about? Anything? Anybody? See, there are 4 to 5 offers. Okay. I wish anybody, if you could open the statement, that would be great. Anybody who wants to talk, what is the intention of you attending the session? If not switching on your camera and talking, you can drop a message. That's no problem at all. Fine. For career guidance. Okay. Amjad, I understand. Okay, you're seeking for a career guidance. Yeah. Yes. Now, I'll tell you why I asked you this question. Let's say you go to a company, you start working, you are never heard, or your presence is not acknowledged. What happens? You will be working in the same position without hike, without any appreciation. And at one point, you will feel saturated and you will start feeling, okay, what kind of job am I doing? This is not providing me anything. So, till yesterday, you might be college students, but the moment you enter any IT sector or let's say non IT sector, if you don't raise your voice, not asking you to fight, but whatever work you do, if you don't project it, if you're not willing to take that initiative to speak, to make people understand you are there, I'm telling you, students, this will not work for you. This is not your cup of tea. You should always be proactive. Any chance that is given, you should take that opportunity and talk. I'll tell you, in yesterday's session, there were more than 300 students, but I'll still remember one name, that is Shubhada. Because I asked the same question, it was she who unmuted her mic and spoke. So let's say I've been working in the HR domain for past 3+ years, and if I get any openings, the first name that will come to my mind is, okay, my session, there is one student, Shubhada, she's from data analytics field. So what if I contact her? So if you want to make people remember your name, you should talk. Then only you will build your career, you will grow in your career. Now, same question, I'm asking again, do anyone want to unmute and tell about yourself? Why you are attending this session? Anybody? Fine, absolutely fine. I understand. Even I was there in your position. I understand, no problem. But guys, at least at this point, I'm telling, please change this attitude. Any opportunity that is given to talk, you should talk. Else, yes.
Very good morning, ma'am. This is Rahul Anand.
Good morning, Rahul. I thank you for taking that initiative. Very good, Rahul. You can continue.
Yeah, ma'am, I am an experienced guy and
Yeah.
lost in my career a bit too much. And now I want to move back to the IT sector. So that's why I have talked with Adil sir and Abdul sir also. And one of my friend has taken a course from here in networking. And,
Networking.
That's why I have talked to Mr. Adil sir already. I have talked to him. And
Fine. So how many years of work experience you have altogether?
almost 7 to 8 years.
7 to 8 years. Okay. What were you working as? Which domain you were working?
Earlier, I was working as a project engineer as in electrical engineer. But after that, I moved to a sales career.
Okay.
So that's why.
What type of sales you were doing? It was B2B.
It was field sales.
Field sales. Okay.
And now I don't want to do any kind of such job, sales job. I want to do a sitting job so that I can rest and develop my career in IT skill only. So that's why I have joined this webinar also, so that I can take career guidance from you people. After that, I joined a course from BLEARN Academy.
Okay. So great, Rahul. I understand. So this is what I am telling. Take the initiative. So till the end of the session, even after this session, I'll remember his name. That is what you all should aim for. There are millions of people in this world, but how you can be identified? You have to do that initiative. So Rahul, we'll come back to the domain we have spoke about. Okay, Junaid, do you want to talk? I see that your camera's on. Fine. Okay, fine. Junaid, your camera's on, just for your information. Yes. So let's come back to our PPT. Yes. You all see this picture, right? And I'm pretty sure you all might have watched this IPL match. We all wait for it to happen, right? Because we all want entertainment at the end of the day. Do you all remember which platform this video was streaming, IPL video? Anybody? Yes, if not talking, I want a chat message. Where did you watch this IPL match? Or nobody watched? Geo Hotstar. Exactly. Hotstar. Okay, everybody watches IPL match. Very good. Now, I'm not getting into the part of IPL match, but what I want to talk about is how exactly this video reached you. Have you ever thought, okay, this video is the match is happening somewhere. I'm sitting at the comfort of my home. At the same time, somebody is sitting at a different part of the world and they are also able to watch the video. How is that happening? That is the point where you should understand IT. The world of IT starts contributing. Okay. Where did you get to know about there is an IPL matches going on, or tomorrow this is the match? This is the teams who are going to compete. At what time the matches? If anybody had taken subscriptions or downloaded the application Geo Hotstar, you will get pop-up messages. Or there will be few influencers who post, right, that I'm going to watch the match. Or even in Swiggy was promoting the same, that if any batsman scores a 6, you're going to get a discount on the food. So that's all contributes to one term, that is marketing. And when you take this marketing to the field of digital, that is online, it becomes the domain of digital marketing. Like very simple, anybody who have done basic higher education can be a digital marketer. But you should be able to think very creatively. Anybody who can bring the business creatively to online platforms, you can be a digital marketer. Okay. So these are the core areas in digital marketing you should know if you want to be in that field. Let's say I want to do a course. Okay. Like Rahul said, he want to do networking course. What is the first thing he will do? He will go to web browser and he will type best institutes for networking in Bangalore. And the name that comes first, that is what everybody is going to click. Second, third options and all, that comes secondary. So who decides or what technology decides your website should rank first? Search engine optimization. And you see a lot of people now, everybody has a YouTube channel, everybody are Instagram influencers. You do blogs, you do vlogs. This is actually contributing to the content marketing. So anybody who has a YouTube channel here, remember you are a content marketer. You are into the field of digital marketing. Now, when there is a sale happening in any of the platforms you have subscribed, let's say Nykaa or Myntra, you get emails. That contributes to email campaigning. And you see, whenever there is an event happening, everybody will share reels, posts, stories, social media marketing. And nowadays, it's all about influencers collab. Any influencers, they come, they promote the product, that is influencer partnership. Now, getting into a little bit technical aspect of digital marketing is where analytics and conversion tracking goes into. You study the pattern. What is the most keyword that most made, the keyword that made most people buy a product or get into a site? So you do the analytics and then you use tools like you can use Google Analytics, Hotjar. There are dedicated applications. You use that accordingly, you will take conversions for your business. When all this combined together, the particular event that is happening reaches to you, which is digital marketing. Okay. I cannot say that digital marketing is an IT field. It is like when it comes to analytics and conversion, little bit technical should be there. but anybody can be a digital marketer. Irrespective of your education, degree, you can be a digital marketer. Okay, and as long as everything goes on online, there is a scope for digital marketer. So through digital marketing, you got to know there is a match that is going to happen on Geo Hotstar. So what comes next? You want to watch the video. Let's say today 11 a.m. there is a match happening. What do? You log into Hotstar and you want to stream that video. You want to watch the video. How exactly this video is getting displayed on your phone? Anybody have thought about it? Any idea? Could you please start the main topic? Basit, wait. Give time. There are people who want to know about every domain. Okay? Let us go on the flow. Anybody? How did the video reach on? Yeah, Basit, you tell me. How did the video reach to you? You want to know about networking?
This is all about with the help of internet. In internet, we know there are a lot of things which combine together. Like that, we have the router, we have the switch, we have the firewall, we have the DNS. All the things we have the server. Well, all
Okay.
the things combined, and it is possible for everyone to watch the match.
Okay. Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit of introduction about yourself? Like, are you a networking professional or you're an enthusiast? What exactly is your profile about?
Yeah, I am a network professional. I am currently working.
Okay. So what is the purpose of attending this webinar? Like you want to excel, take your career to the next
Yeah,
level?
I want to learn. I want to learn. That's the reason I joined here. Because learning
Okay.
is a process which never ends. That is the reason I joined.
Exactly, I understand. And also to everybody, uh, all domains are main here. There is nothing like networking is the main topic on this session. Okay. Yes. So, like Bassett told, it is right. It is a domain called networking that contributes to how a video reaches you. Okay. Have you ever thought that when a video is streaming, what if suddenly internet vanish? I mean, the entire world, the internet stops suddenly. Not talking about your house's internet. Or let's say suddenly your Hotstar stopped working. That never happened, right? The video is reaching to the right person at the right time without any interruption. That's what networking does. Okay. So first of all, there are data centers and servers. Like the name says, where your data is kept. That is data center. Right now, it is the match that is going to stream online. So there will be dedicated centers and servers. I mean, data centers and servers. On this server, the particular IPL match will be running. Now, let's say I'm watching from India. There will be someone else who is watching from, let's say, Australia, or somebody is watching from Europe. To everybody, this video is reaching at the right time, right? And there is no buffering. So, to access the video for people across the world in different location, a method called CDN is used, Content Delivery Network. Basically, it caches the content and makes people accessible. Okay. Now, there is a video, okay, in data centers using CDN technology, I mean, CDN method, it is going to reach different people. But let me ask you one thing. I ordered one product from Amazon. Now, the delivery guy has to take it to my house, right? But what if there is no proper path? Let's say the road is blocked, he cannot travel, the product will not reach me. Exactly, without routers and switches or devices like that, the video, I mean, this content will not find a path to reach you. Okay, so that is where routers and switches of networking comes into picture. Protocols are like a set of rules based on what content has to be reached on you. It follows the protocols. Let's say you work in any organization or your school or college. Every organization has a protocol, and anybody in there or who wants to be there should follow that protocol, right? Similarly, whatever content has to be circulated over the network, it follows the mentioned protocols. For example, TCP, UDP, HTTP, HTTPS, there are a lot of protocols. Okay. And finally, bandwidth. The right bandwidth should be there. Else, the video will not process. There would be a buffering. So when all this combined together, the proper field of networking starts into picture and it takes that video to you. And you will be able to watch the IPL match. Now, again, I'm not going into the details of networking or each domain because I have to explain about 10 to 11 domains here. And in case anybody wants to know more about each domains in detail, in coming days, we have sessions dedicated for each domain. For cloud, there will be one day. For networking, there will be one day. Data analytics, every domain has to be, we are going to dedicate separate sessions. Okay. And if you learn any of the networking tools like CCNA, CCNP, Palo Alto, any of the courses, if you do from anywhere be it, you can fit into different domains. Okay. Now, let's say, okay, through routers, using the protocols, bandwidth, everything is sorted. Now, let's say, suddenly a batsman hit a 6. Now, what will happen? Everybody is happy. They will ask more people to join to the session. Right? They will tell, you will call your friend, hey, he had scored a 6. You get into the session, IPL match, let us watch it together. Or let's say suddenly he's out. What will be your reaction? I don't want to see the match. I'm so disappointed. Let me take a 5 minutes break. So this is a live video that is reaching to you, right? And there is a fluctuation on live. So what will happen? If it is a normal application, it will crash. It will not be able to handle that big fluctuation. See, I'll tell you, there was a Champions Trophy match which happened, I think, 2 or 3 months prior. Do you know how many people watched that match? Any idea? Anyone? Hotstar had made an official statement on that. How many people had watched it? Anybody? Any idea? You can give me a rough number. 4 crore maybe. Okay. Anyone else? Everybody is agreeing to 4 crore? Anybody? Okay, fine. I'll tell you, it is approximately around 84 crores of people. Around 84 crores of people. That's also not the fixed number. And you imagine on a live platform, around 84 crores of people, this number is fluctuating. There are high possibility the application will crash. Like when you try to open Hotstar, there will show around, right? Telling, okay, the application is under maintenance. But it never happened. How? Cloud and DevOps. Okay. So the feature of scalability allows an application which is running on cloud that when the number of users increase or when the number of users decrease, like using cloud features, there is something called as EC2 and all, auto scaling, those features. Using those features, this application will be able to balance that high fluctuation. The user will never know there is such things happening behind. That is how smooth cloud will help an online streaming platform or any such platform that uses cloud to make that user experience very smooth. Okay. Now let's say this application, it is a live streaming platform. Let's say there is okay. So let's say, can someone unmute him? Adil, can you unmute him? Yes. So let's say there was a bug happened. This video is happening, but suddenly some technical guy identified there is a bug. Now what they should do, they should fix it. And the users should not even understand, okay, there is some bugs that is being fixed in the backend, right? So to do continuous integration and deployment on the code, you can use DevOps technologies like CI/CD pipelines. So cloud and DevOps always works in hand. Cloud is a technology, whereas DevOps is a methodology. Whatever methods you apply so that the entire process becomes smooth and automated is what we call DevOps. Okay. Now, it is an application which is live streaming, or it is some recorded videos in cases of Netflix and all. It needs that much big capacity. You take the example of Netflix, how many movies or how many videos, series are there? That much space should be there, right? So DevOps technology or methods of containers or Kubernetes is used in such cases. Now I'll take one different example. Let's talk about Flipkart. And let's say a sale is going to happen. We all wait for that big billion sale or Amazon festivals and all, right, to make a purchase because higher discounts will be available, right? Now, again, there is a fluctuation of number of users. Still, the users should be able to purchase without any interruption. For that, cloud has a feature of load balancing. Okay, it is going to balance the load. And when a lot of process is happening in real time, there should be something to monitor all this, right? Continuously, someone should monitor this. So in cloud, you have the features like CloudWatch, you can use Prometheus, Grafana, and all. Okay, so all this put together contributes to the domain of cloud computing and DevOps. Do anyone has anything to ask till now, or else I can move to the domain of cybersecurity? Anything you want to ask? Anybody? Or have anyone worked on cloud computing, or any students who are studying cloud computing or DevOps or networking? Fine. Yes, I think compared to yesterday's session, today is a very dry session. You guys are not much interacting. Maybe because it's a Sunday, you are at the comfort of your house and room. I understand, but I am studying networking. Okay. Have you completed studying networking, or you are in the process of studying? In the process. Okay. So is it just CCNA, or you are doing like collaboration or CCNP, or it's just CCNA? CCNP security also. Very good. Because now, are you a fresher? 2024 graduate. Okay, okay, very good. So nowadays the recruiters are asking for both CCNA and NP. Yeah, somebody is studying cloud computing. Which service in cloud computing you are studying right now? Ongoing? Sony? Which service you are studying, or you just started? What is the status? You just started. Do you remember which service they are teaching? Okay, okay, fine. Got it. You just started? Like 1 or 2 days back? Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Yes. So that was about networking and cloud computing. Now, can you please explain right side 3 points? Right side 3 points. Right side. Okay, you want me to explain the points of cloud computing about the Kubernetes and all. See, if I start explaining that, it will take my entire 2-hour session will go on that. So I also am a career mentor, and also I'm a cloud DevOps trainer. So if I start explaining that, it will take my entire 2-hour session. That is why we have dedicated separate session for cloud computing and DevOps in coming days. You can attend that because it is dedicated only for cloud and DevOps. And things are okay. You studied Jenkins and AWS as a part of internship. Very good. Okay. And also one more thing, after my session, Mr. Yunus will be joining the session. He's a DevOps expert. He's a professional. So he will also be giving you a real-time interaction. That time, I think, Ashwin, it is specially dedicated for him. You can ask him that. Okay? Yes. Fine. So now let me get into the domain of cybersecurity. Now, see, the video is reaching to me. Cloud, networking, everything is working hand in hand, and the IPL video is streaming. But remember, how do I log in to Netflix or any of the platforms? I give my mail ID, right? And most of the people nowadays have subscription. How do I subscribe? I put my card details, my bank details. What if these details are leaked or someone was able to take those details from these platforms? Absolutely, that is going to create a chaos, right? So, if there is no security, absolutely nobody is going to prefer those resources. That is when a cybersecurity stream comes into picture. Nowadays, since everything is getting shifted or almost it is all running on online platforms, without the field of cybersecurity, there is no long-term sustain. Okay. So when I talk about the domain of cybersecurity, we can classify the entire domain into two. It is offensive and defensive. The offensive classification is like, see, whenever I tell cybersecurity or whenever we ask any students, okay, why you want to be a cybersecurity professional? This is what they explain. You see, someone sitting with a hoodie and all. So this is not the only thing about cybersecurity. That is just one category of cybersecurity. See, when I say offensive, you should think like a hacker and prevent what a hacker can do. That is the offensive side of cybersecurity. And most of the time, you might have heard about pen testing and all. So, pen testing is nothing like, let's say, I brought a house. Now, I am skeptical. Okay, what if a burglar get into my house or a thief enters my house? So to test which all way a thief can enter my house, I'm hiring one guy. And I'm telling, okay, night you should barge into my house so that I can understand which all doorways or window ways you can enter my house. This is what a pen tester do. They act like a hacker and they find the loopholes and will inform, okay, these are the loopholes because that way I was able to hack your content or whatever your resources, prevent that. That is the offensive side of cybersecurity. The people who do these kind of hacking are known as ethical hackers, basically white hat hackers. They are legally allowed to do that. Now, someone who is actual thief, who actually barge into your resource, they are the bad ones, hackers. Okay. So anybody who want to work as a hacker, be the good one. Do ethical, CEH, certified, be a certified ethical hacker and be the white hat hackers. Now let's come into the defensive part. Most of the time you see like there is a requirement for SOC analyst or threat analyst. So these offensive people will find the loophole and they will tell, okay, you be very careful about these areas. There is a chances of hacking. Now, this defensive people should always monitor those contents, or they should always watch. It is like a CCTV. The defensive people, they always monitor, they respond, and they do the fixing part. Okay. So next time onwards, you think of cybersecurity, remember, it's not only about hackers, it is also about monitoring, responding, and also taking that initiative. Okay. This all happens. Okay. Let's say there is an IPL match going on. Now, when I log in using my credential, that credential should be secure. My email ID will be integrated in different places. So my email ID should be protected. Now, if I had taken subscription, my card details should be secure. It should not go anywhere, right? And what if there are multiple hackers trying to bring down the entire platform Hotstar? That is also bad, right? So the streaming infrastructure also should be protected. Using cybersecurity, they can do that. Now, every time when a match happens, we see some or other news of illegal streaming. Somebody was arrested trying to illegally stream. So these also can be prevented using cybersecurity. Also, what if somebody working within the team is trying to leak the content? Inside threats also can be detected, monitored, and prevented using cybersecurity. Is there anyone here who want to get into the domain of cybersecurity? It's a very interesting domain. Anybody who likes to be as okay? Ansaf, when you tell me you are interested to be a cybersecurity person, what exactly you were thinking your career would be like? Again, you wanted to be a hacker? Amja and Anand. Also Ansaf. Okay, three people are actually interested in cybersecurity field. So what was your idea? You want to a pen tester. Okay, very good. Okay, you wanted to be a pen tester. Okay, certified ethical hacker. Very good. Why everybody only want to be a hacker? You all are going to be into the hacking side. Okay, threat analysis. So Anand is going to be in the offensive side. I mean defensive side. Other two want to be in the offensive side. What about bug bounty? Okay, I want to talk about bug bounty. I was getting into that. So actually, there were few students from, you can check in our LinkedIn page, which is BLEARN Academy. Our few students were able to actually crack the vulnerability in NASA, also Google. So every website or you take any platforms, there will be loopholes. See, under NASA itself, they have more than 40 to 50 categories, sub websites or contents they have. Now, what everybody do is, or the platforms do is, they allow people or people who are or cybersecurity or anybody who is learning this, there is an opportunity for you to find the vulnerabilities and you can report to them. Okay, so bug bounty or bug crowd is going to be a platform. You can be that community member and you work on finding the vulnerabilities in platforms like that and you report to them, as a part of which you get appreciations or hall of fame, which our two students have already got. They have got a letter from NASA as like a hall of fame letter, appreciation letter, because they were able to find the vulnerabilities. So anybody who want to be into the field of cybersecurity, it is highly recommended you be the part of the community. So here, as a part of the curriculum itself, we make the students do such activities. Okay, that's a very good question. What is bug bounty? Anybody who want to be a cybersecurity professional should know about it. Is it customized script or is it possible for? Again, I'm telling you, in the coming week, we are going to have a specific dedicated session for cybersecurity where we will in detail explain about all that. Okay, Jaleel? Yes. So anybody who want to be a threat analyst, what you should understand first, you should understand where the threat is happening. Then you analyze. Then what you do, you inform the SOC analyst or the people who will fix it. Okay. You analyze the threat, where it will happen. So that is basically monitoring. You monitor and you analyze. Okay. So very good. You all have actually an idea about which field you want to fit into. Very good. And one more advantage of cybersecurity field is that you can also work as a freelance professional. No need that you have to be a part of company itself. Freelancing also will get you a lot of money. Okay. And if I'm telling the career map, somebody, let's say you learned networking, you started working. After 2 to 3 years, you're feeling, okay, why am I still in this domain itself? I want more salary. I want to explore the field. Or your company is telling, 2 years, you know only is networking. Why should I promote you? You learn something extra. So next come to the domain of cloud computing. It goes like step by step. The basics of cloud computing is networking. So now you are networking plus cloud computing professional. Again, you want to go to next step, learn cybersecurity. Now you can be a cloud security network engineer. Okay, so this is how the roadmap goes. Okay, so that was about the domains of how a video is reaching to you, how exactly it is smoothly reaching to you, how the entire data you submit there to watch an IPL match is protected. Now let us leave the example of IPL. Done and dusted. Now let's take Flipkart, right? How this website might have been built? Any idea? If there is any freshers and all, I'm pretty sure in when is the cybersecurity? We'll let you know the date. Okay, dates will be informed you. So I think most of the college students in college itself, their professors, I see a lot of time professors itself tell them, okay, go to the field of full stack development. Any idea what is full stack development? Last week, I came across a group of 10 to 11 students. Okay, they came in as a group and they were like, oh, we want to learn full stack. We told, okay, absolutely fine. But which area of full stack? What kind of full stack? They were like, full stack. Full stack is all same, right? No. Combination of front end and back end with database. Very good. Priya, very good answer. Now tell me, you know about the combinations. Now tell me which area of full stack you are familiar with or you have heard about. What full stack? Which category of full stack do you know? Or anybody? Java full stack. Okay. Have you learned Java full stack or you want to know about that field? What is the status? Okay, you're trying to learn. Very good. So when the next time you see any website, remember it is a full stack engineer who had sat, worked on it and made that website presentable to you. And when we say full stack, there are different categories. You have Python full stack, you have MERN full stack, you have Java full stack. Now let me tell about all those domains. Okay. So let's say I am using Flipkart. I want to make a purchase. Obviously, something is happening in the backend. Then only whatever the screen changes to next, it goes to the cart, it goes to the order, my order confirms, everything happens. This, what you see, is the front end. This is something which is happening in the backend. And database also comes. Now, in front end, let's say whatever I see, when I open Flipkart, what I see, that is the front end. In Python full stack, let me take the category of Python full stack. Why Python? When we ask any student, they will be like, I want to learn Python. Which full stack you suggest? I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you which full stack will be better. I'll tell you, if you are a cloud engineer, knowing Python is an added advantage. Let's say you want to go into the future, like you want to learn data analytics, data science, you should know Python. So Python is integrated with all domains. And if you ask anybody, they will tell, I want to learn Python. Now, what is that one feature of Python which makes it accessible for everyone? Any idea? Basit, you told that you are a networking professional. Do you know
Python is also used in data analytics and other fields.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Python is used in other field. Now, why Python could have been used? Why no other languages? Or let's say everybody tries to learn Python. Why?
Python is easy to learn.
Exactly. Python is easy to learn. Python is very easy to learn. That is the, Python is very easy to learn comparatively. Main point. That is why I started with Python full stack. Now, in Python full stack, the front end, whatever you see as the website, you can use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to make the front end. Now, this is an outline of a car, right? So just, there is no features, nothing, just by seeing the outline, it is like a small kid who draws. So using HTML, you can do that outlining, that layout. Now, when you use CSS format, now it looks like a car, like a real car, right? So you can use CSS along with HTML to make that product in that website looks more like a product. Now, for a car, when do you call a car an actual car? It should move, right? So that is where the JavaScript comes into picture. Now, let's say it is Python full stack. So in Python full stack, to build the front end, you use all these technologies combined. Now let's come to the backend. Okay. In backend, that is all the backend works so that it contributes to the front end. Whatever you see, you can use the Python is the language, and the frameworks are Django and Flask. Okay. Now let's say I am making a product purchase in Flipkart. Obviously, my data will be stored, right? You only think every time I don't have to give my address. One time you log in, your address will be already fetched there. Your number will be fetched. All these things are stored in that Flipkart. How they are able to store? Because they use databases like either SQL or MongoDB. I think even if you're a cloud professional or almost all domains uses SQL, structured query language. So whatever data you give, it will be in a table format. There will be rows, there will be columns. That is the format of SQL. MongoDB is like it is in a listed format. All list kind will be there. There will be no specific rows and columns. Okay. So when all this combines together and you develop a website, you are going to be a Python full stack developer. Okay. So for a fresher, let's say you are someone who thinks, okay, Java, that is very difficult. I want to be a full stack engineer, but the easiest way, go for Python full stack. But I'm not bringing this domain down. There is one advantage, one very good advantage of this domain. Like Priya said, if you learn Python, that Python is also used in the domains of data analytics, data science, and all. So Python is the base of all this that we call AI, right? For machine learning models, artificial intelligence, Python is going to be the base. So someone who learns Python full stack, slowly you can shift your future into the domain of AI. Now, tell me, is there anyone who is worried that will AI take my job? Pretty sure, because in yesterday's session, a lot of people asked, ma'am, everything is getting done by AI now. Will my job or domain will be replaced by AI? Anybody has that tension or worries in your mind?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's say nowadays you want to write an email. How many of you sit and write an email or ask ChatGPT to do that? Right? Or you basically type or tell Alexa or Siri to do that for you, right? So now everything is actually getting shifted into the domain of, to the field of AI. So to anybody who has that doubt, what will happen when AI completely takes over? I'll tell you, it's not AI who is going to take over your job. It is person who knows AI tools that is going to take over your job. AI is basically a machine. A machine can never replace a person. But a person who knows how to operate a machine will definitely take over your job. So be it any domain you are in, if you know AI tools, sure you can take over somebody's job who doesn't know to use AI. Okay? I hope that is clear. Will AI take over your job? No. Will a person who uses AI will take over your job? Probability is there. So learn AI tools. How you can learn AI tools? Basis Python. I see that someone told you are learning cloud computing. Who was that? Yeah, Sony Yadav. Sony, slowly you should. You just started. Not now. Slowly towards the end of your course, wherever you are doing, try to learn Python. That will actually benefit your career. Okay. So now you became a Python full stack developer. What is Born full stack? There is already Python, which is easy and more comfortable to use. Why another domain of full stack, which is Born full stack? This Born is for MongoDB, Express.js, Node.js, and React.js. Okay. Let's say I have a website, which is like you all take your company's website or college website. It is static. Static in the sense it is still like my PPT. You see this PPT, you can read and go. There is nothing, no animations. It is not lively, not interactive. But let's say you take some other websites, which is very interactive, like a lot of user interactions. In some websites, you will see the spin wheel and all is there. In some side, some small games will be there. You click, it will take you to next place, like very interactive websites. If you want to create more interactive means interactive websites, you have to use Mon full stack. Okay. So somebody has asked me which domain of full stack is better than right now. I will say all three domains of full stack has equal opportunities. Every company choose which type of stack they want based on what is the nature of their business. Okay, let's say, yeah. Anybody? Fine. Okay, so let's say my company want a very good interactive, more feature added, lively websites. They will go for Mon full stack. In fact, compared to Python full stack, Mon is also easy. Once you get into this field, you will understand Mon is also equally easy to learn. So here in front end, same like earlier, we will use HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Along with that, we will use React.js also. React.js is a little bit advanced version of JavaScript. I told you, right? Your website should be a little bit interactive. So you have to use React.js to make that feature possible. In backend, there we use frameworks of Python. Here use Node.js or Express.js. There you can use either SQL or MongoDB. Here only MongoDB. So that is the difference between Python full stack and Mon full stack. Okay. Now, let's say I am opening my Flipkart, I'm placing an order. So the React will show you the home page. The front end you built using React.js, right? So it is React that is going to show you the home page. Now I search for whatever product I want. Now this React will send an API request to the backend. Who is sitting there in the backend? Obviously my database is there, and also Node.js and Express.js is working on the backend. Now this request what went there from backend will fetch the product I'm searching for, let's say a laptop, a phone, and it will show in my front end. Now the moment I click buy now, it updates the database, which is MongoDB, and I'll get a confirmation message. So next time onwards, you make any product purchase, remember, it's not a screen. There are technologies like JavaScript, MongoDB, and also a lot of other frameworks that come into place. Okay. Now you hear Flutter. I see that now if you open any of the job portals, a lot of openings for Flutter developer. Lot in the sense a lot. Everybody wants a Flutter developer. What is Flutter? Any idea? Anybody? Or anybody who joined this session to know about Flutter?
Flutter is a mobile app.
Flutter is?
Mobile app.
I think Priya is so much into full stack development, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to be a full stack developer?
I'm interested, but no,
Confused.
how to learn.
Okay, what is your education background? Are you a fresher?
Yes, ma'am, fresher.
Okay, what was your graduation into? Which domain?
MSc Computer Science.
Computer science. Okay, so what are the languages you learned there?
First step is learning to Java. 1 month trying to learn.
Okay. So actually, Java full stack has comparatively a lot of openings. There is a demand because comparatively, Java is not that easy compared to Python Python language. But companies who have high intensity works, their website has a lot of interactions. They prefer Java full stack engineers as well. Okay. So anyway, we like I said, Priya, in coming weeks we have a separate session dedicated for full stack domain, like how you should start, where you how you should go. We'll inform you all that. Okay. So, like Priya said, Flutter is used for mobile application development, not just mobile application. If you develop a web application using Flutter, the same you can run in mobile, in desktop, and also in web. So when I say mobile, mobiles itself are of two types. You have Android as well as iOS. If you use Flutter, the same code base will help you to run the application both on Android and iOS. That is why companies prefer a lot of Flutter developer. Or else what will happen? One team especially for developing for Android, one team specially for iOS. The company will have to hire multiple people, give salary separately, and to bring them together, there is a lot of work. So, what if you're getting all this in one place using one person? That is where the high demand for Flutter actually comes into picture. Okay, and also Flutter is a framework, a framework that is developed by Google, and this uses a language called Dart that is also developed by Google, and this was introduced in the year 2018. That is why now there is a lot of demand. 2018, now it's almost 6 to 7 years, right? So this right now, it is the right time in the industry. This is the right time for you to get into the picture of Flutter development. Okay. Yes. So this is like in one shot, multiple works get done. Android, iOS, web, desktop, everything. Okay. Any doubts on anything what I have discussed till now? Else I'll get into almost the last part. 2 more domains left. Anyone else other than Priya who want to be a full stack developer? Okay, fine. Now, I told, okay, Ananti also wants to be a full stack developer. Which domain of full stack? Do you want to be a Python full stack developer or more
In
Java?
Tamil.
You want to be a more stack developer. Okay, Priya was not saying anything, right?
Ma'am,
Okay, she was asking something. Yeah, tell me, Priya. Fine. So, which language best for bug bounty? Again, I'm telling you, next week you have a session. We will explain it in detail, okay? Especially only for bug bounty, we'll explain it usually. Don't worry about that. Okay. So, Anand, you want to be a full stack developer. So, like I said, you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, all this. Okay. Very good. Now, like I told, I made a purchase in Flipkart. So in front end, you saw all this, right? See, back end. And whatever I purchase, it's actually go to the database here. Right?
ma'am,
Yeah, ask me.
I am network issue, ma'am. Can I speak Tamil? I'm some queries.
Actually, you want to talk in Tamil now?
Yes, ma'am.
I am a Malayali. I can understand Tamil, but I'll not be able to respond in that language.
மேம் நான் கேட்குற தமிழ்ல கேட்குறேன், நீங்க வந்து ஆன்சர் பண்றது இங்கிலீஷ்ல பண்ணுங்க.
If I understand, I'll definitely, yeah, ask me.
மேம் நான் வந்துட்டு ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக்ல போகணும்னு ஒரு ஆசை. இப்போ நான் ட்ரை பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். யூஜி முடிச்சுட்டு பிஜி அதுக்கான தான் போட்டேன். ஓரளவுக்கு இப்போதைக்கு லேர்ன் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். எந்த ஃபுல் ஸ்டாக் வந்து பெஸ்ட்ன்னு சொல்லுங்க. அது வந்து என்ன பிளாட்ஃபார்ம்ல படிக்கலாம், எத்தனை மந்த்ஸ் படிக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கறது கொஞ்சம் டீட்டெயிலா சொல்லுங்களேன்.
Okay. So we actually, like I said, there is nothing like you should go for this domain of full stack. First of all, you should understand, let's say you're comfortable with Python, because like you said, it is a little bit easy for you to learn. Go for Python full stack. Like I said, each and every domain of full stack has its own opportunities. Like I'm working for the placements also here, so I know that there are equal placements for all full stack domains. Right now, you open LinkedIn or Naukri and see there are demand for all these full stack developers. Now you have to see what is okay. Which language would be comfortable for me? If you're okay with Python, go for Python full stack. Or you say, no, I have already learned like Java. I know Java. You go for Java full stack. Okay. Now the roadmap, like I said, Priya, we'll be having a dedicated session for that next week. You attend the class only that is for full stack development. You will get a clear picture. Usually it takes 4 to 6 months for you to study. Like you have to do projects also. Be it any freshers who are there, like Sony, Jalil, Ananti, anybody who want to do any upskilling in any domain, I'm telling you, if a recruiter want to hire you, simply writing in your resume that, okay, I have studied this. No. What should be there is a project you did on the tools of that domain. That is what actually takes you to the recruiter. Okay, that is why I told at the end of this session, we'll give you an assessment. You write that assessment, you find out your core area, and based on that, you get an opportunity to do an internship with us. Now, the internship is actually on projects. Okay, if you're a student, you can do on 1 month internship. You will get certificate, everything of that. So you will get an hands-on experience on, okay, this is the project, this is how I integrated. That is what should be there in your resume, a project. Okay. And Priya, not just Priya, anybody, like I see 47 candidates, anybody who is there in the session, we'll share our number. After the session, you can contact us. We will give one-to-one mentoring also. Don't worry, you don't have to pay for that mentoring and all. It's our responsibility. Like I said, Priya, I'm going to be your big sister, or I'm going to be everybody's big sister. We have brothers also. We are going to guide you. We don't want you to make that a wrong step which we once did. We'll guide you. Okay. So end of the session, you can contact us or we can connect through LinkedIn, any platform. We can have a conversation. We'll guide you. Okay. Okay, Priya?
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. Yes. And which platform for you to choose? And I'll tell this in generic to everybody. In yesterday's session, one student, he told me, ma'am, I'm studying a particular technology from YouTube. Okay. I also was doing that once. Now I'll tell you what was the problem. I once studied one particular content from YouTube. And once I met a person who was actually working on that field. So while we were traveling, I told him, okay, so you're working in this field. I'm also learning on that field. And he asked me a very simple question. It was very simple. Right now, I understand that. And I answered. He was like, your answer is right. But if I were an interviewer, I'll not hire you because this answer was right 2 years back. Right now, it has changed. That feature is not there now. And he asked me, where did you learn from? I told YouTube. He asked me, you just check when that video was uploaded. It was many years back. I'll tell you, the IT domain evolves very fastly. Updations come on an every day or weekly basis. I'll tell my domain, that is cloud computing. I am a career mentor. I help people with placements. Also, I come from technical background. I'm an engineering graduate. So I learned cloud computing because I have to do justice to the fees that I've paid 4 years, right? So I'll tell you, in cloud computing, there are updations every now and then. Every now and then, in the sense, yesterday I do something, today I go, the feature has changed. That is how fast the IT domain is evolving. So whenever you choose any platform to study, make sure the content is updated. Very, very super updated. Else, you will learn an outdated technology. That is not going to help you. Okay? Now, like I said, I purchased something from Flipkart. My data is going to sit there. Now you see, after my purchase, Now I start getting notification that, okay, if I buy a phone, I'll get notification of charger or phone case. Related notifications will come. At times we used to talk, right? And we'll tell, is Flipkart spamming me or sorry, stalking me? Because whatever I do, they are sending related messages. How do you get this? It is the domain of data analytics and data science that actually understands you, understand what kind of like uh, user you are, and sends recommendations, targeted ads, discounts, so that you buy more. Now, is there anybody who want to learn data analytics or data science or want to be in that field? I got full stack developers, I got cyber security professionals, networking professionals. Anybody who want to be a data analyst or data scientist here? Nobody. Yes, that is a future. Every domains are the future, but still, this is also the future. Nobody. That's surprising. Hanumesh, you were there yesterday also, right? If possible, can you unmute and tell what is your dream to be? Okay, Shafna want to be a data scientist. Okay, are you learning currently this technology or you want to know more and then start? What is the status? I want to learn, currently not doing. Okay, fine, I understand. So, first of all, the doubt what students will have is what is the difference between data science and data analyst? That difference will be there. You want to know. I'll tell you. Let's say you went to a hospital and let's say I'm very sick. I went to the hospital. What they will do? They will do my test. They will run some test and the doctor will prescribe me medicine. Done? Will you be happy? What if the same doctor do the test, prescribe you medicine? Till now, the prescription till medicine, that is data analyst. They will study your past, will give you the right thing. Now, let's say the doctor also tell you, hey Savita, you have so and so problems. Don't do all this or else do all this so that your in future you will not get this problem. That is the data scientist. A past analysis is already done by the data analyst. Now predicting the future and telling this is good for you is the data science field. Okay, be it any field you are working, be it any company you are in, any type sector of business you are in. If they don't study the past, do some action right now and predict the future and do some arrangements for the future, that business will not flourish. They will not earn any profit. That is why every company nowadays have a data scientist and data analyst. Whatever data is generating, they should study it. Make whatever mistakes was there, you change it and do some plans for the future. Else, no growth for that company. Now, coming to data analyst, there is a lot of data that has been collected, right? Let's say, take the example of Zomato. A lot of people are ordering food from Zomato. Now, as a common people, we only know Saturday, Sunday, the order for Zomato will be very high because everybody are at their house. Sunday, nobody want to wake up so early, cook, so they will order. So this is, you are analyzing the old data and you making some conclusion. This is basically data analysis. So you will collect the data. I mean, data analyst will collect the data, maybe in an Excel format or whatever. Now, sometimes there will be duplicate data and all, right? Because it is data, or irrelevant data will be there, wrong data will be there. So if you want to study, there should be only accurate data. So after collecting, they'll do cleaning. Okay, there are tools for that. NumPy, there are pandas, So pandas means it is all Python related, data analysis, right? So somebody who knows Python will actually fit into this field. You clean the data. After cleaning, you analyze. You can use matplotlib, then cplot. You can use all these tools to analyze the data. Now, let's say I am writing whatever I'm saying, whatever you see in my screen right now. Let's say I have written it like this. What is more accessible for you, this slide or this slide? This one, right? Because it is visualized like pictures I'm showing you. You can easily understand that. What if this is not that user friendly for me, right? I'll have to say it, read. Now, that is what comes in visualization. You can actually picturize it using tools like Power BI or Tableau. Whatever data you have, you picturize it so that we see that, right? In some movies and all, we see when there is a business meeting going on, they show some graphs, chart, and all. That is basically visualization. Based on this, you take action. Let's say Flipkart is learning my data, whatever I have ordered in the past. Let's say I have never ordered any branded product. I'll never get any recommendation of branded products because they studied my data. They understood this is the budget I'm allocating for online shopping. They will show products accordingly only. Or let's say once you buy branded products, you will get recommendation of branded products. This is how it actually works. Data analysis. Okay. Now, according to the past, something happened. Now, let's say I brought a product. Let's say I brought an iPhone from Flipkart. Okay. Now, Flipkart got that data in their hand. I brought Apple a phone. I brought Apple charger. And also, let's say I took Apple Care protection. I invested a lot of amount in that. They studied their data. Now what I'll get next time onwards, I'll get particular discount messages, right? That is all data science. Guys, please unmute. Mute. Okay. So my recommendations, whatever recommendations I get is based on machine learning models. So the machine, I will tell something to the machine, I'll feed something to the machine, and now the machine learning models will study that. According to that, I get a recommendation. Next time they will send me watch products or some airports. So related, the machine will study my pattern and will show me recommendation. Now, every time you buy, do you rate any product? Have anyone given product ratings? I do that every time. Nobody does that. You don't give product ratings. It's fun. Try to do it. Okay. So whatever product ratings you give, the natural language processing model will learn that, okay, this person has given a good rating. Let me suggest this product. He liked this, right? So he might buy that also. Now, I'll get specific discounts. Whatever discounts I'll get for one product, my friend may not get that because these machine learning models studied me. And now they are understanding, okay, if I give 50% discount, she might buy. Or no, 50 and all is not enough. Just 20% also she will buy. So prediction model will learn my that emotions. It is going to learn my emotions and then target that. Next time you try the discount, what you get, your friend may not be getting the same. It is all machine learning models that is working behind that. Now, product, everything is ordered. It should reach me, right? And what do I prefer? At the earliest, if I get the product, I'll be very happy. If I get it today, I'll be more happy, right? So which route, using Google Maps or geolocation, which route will be the fastest or clearest? So that is also using route optimization of data science, one feature. Now let's say this is an online platform. I can put fake bills and I can ask for a refund, right? So any type of fraud detection, that also comes as a part of data science, anomaly detection. Now, This field is not as simple as data analytics. Here you have to learn little bit of more tools, but I'll tell you it is all learnable. It is not like rocket science. Okay, anybody who has a little bit interest towards mathematics, if you know statistics, linear algebra, probability and all, definitely you can be a data scientist. Do projects, be it any field. Doing projects is the right way to get into a field. Okay, so like I told, I have explained a lot of domains for you. Now think about it. What skills you have, what is your area of interest, and which I might fit into. Now, to help that process, make it a little bit easier for you, we'll share an assessment link to you. Just try attending it. No pressure, again, I'm saying it's for your benefit. Try attending that. Find out which area you are able to answer more. That is the right one for you. And also, anybody who takes that assessment, you will be eligible up to 100% of scholarship and take a program from us. And also, if not that, let's say you're somebody who's already doing some course somewhere, take our internship. Again, it's up to you. If you want, that is up to you. The door is open. Okay. Now, do anyone want to ask any questions? I'll be more happy to help you. Yesterday, a few students asked me, ma'am, what if there is a career gap? Anybody who has a career gap, you don't have to worry whether the recruiters will hire you. If you are able to justify that career gap, definitely they'll be able to hire you. Now, how you can justify your career gap? By in that career gap, you should have done some upskilling, some projects, some courses, some certifications that is actually benefit. Okay. So that's all I wanted to explain to you. Now, the next session will be taken by a real-time professional. Mr. Yunus will be joining us, and you can ask any sort of doubts you have, professional IT related. Take it as opportunity to discuss with him and get it clarified. Yes, thank you guys. That's all. And Adil,
Thank you very much, ma'am. That was a very impulsive, interactive session, guys. So I can see that better than the other summits, like I can see many candidates who have joined in here is feeling very much comfortable to communicate with you. And I've seen like many innovators, like who didn't hesitate to ask any queries in there, and I'm pretty much sure that most of your doubts might have been got cleared. So the most important thing about this summit is to guide you to start your IT career. So as ma'am has told, we will be arranging one real-time industry expert who will be interacting with you on explaining you how you should how he started his career, and he will be explaining what all domains he has moved on through. And I can see most of the guys who have joined in this session is looking for a job. So after that session, we'll be conducting one more session, and Ms. Savida is a LinkedIn certified IT mentor professional. So she will be explaining us how you can go through the job hunts in LinkedIn, how you can maximally utilize your LinkedIn profiles to get more job calls. So you can stay tuned for that session too. Meanwhile, we will just give you an introduction to our BLEARN Academy, which is powered by Bsoft, and welcome you all again onto the India's Young IT Innovators Summit Tech Conclave 2025. On to the video. After the session, we will be having an interactive session too.
Why Bangalore? Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley of our country, stands out for its thriving IT industry and countless number of multinational companies. I am Abdul Rahman, Managing Director of Bsoft Bangalore. Bsoft is a leading IT training institute established in 2000. At Bsoft Education, we have successfully placed over 10,000 students in various IT companies. VSoft provides 24/7 lab facilities with physical devices, allowing our students to gain hands-on experience and practice at any time. After the successful completion of the course, VSoft supports our students with resume preparation, study materials, mock interviews, and real-time classes. VSoft has tie-ups with many IT companies for placements, providing our students with excellent opportunities to kickstart their careers. Average salary for our candidates ranges between 30,000 to 80,000 per month. Switching to Bangalore will shift the pace of your career, offering endless opportunities to build a strong professional network while enhancing the essential skills like communication and collaboration in a global environment. Bangalore is a city where your dreams become reality and your efforts become achievements. So choose Microsoft for our legacy and choose Microsoft for your future.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, good afternoon. It's almost good afternoon. So, good afternoon, Eunice, sir. Thank you for joining the session.
Welcome.
Yes. So, sir, this is a Young IT Innovator Summit we are hosting today. So we have pretty much explained about all the domains of IT to the students over here. There are also working professionals in this session who have joined. So, guys, this is Sir Yunus. He is a professional whose expertise lies into the domain of DevOps. So, over to you, sir. You can introduce. I think that would be the best option. Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Yunus, and I have overall of 11 years of experience in IT industry. I began my career in the networking domain, which gave me a strong, foundation in the infrastructure and operations. Okay, over the time, okay, I developed a keen interest in cloud technologies and DevOps, and through continuous learning, okay, and through the internal movement, I transitioned into this space. Okay, currently I'm working as a senior DevOps engineer at British Telecom, where I can, I used to focus on delivering scalable automated solution to support our deployment and operation team. Okay, so that's all about myself. So, guys, everybody aware of what is DevOps, right? DevOps is nothing but it's a development plus operation teams, right? So, see here, I don't want to go, very deep dive to this. What is DevOps and what is technology and all? Because what I want to ensure you that in the today's session, in the sense, see in the market I have seen most of the people, most of the institutes and most of the people are making scare about the DevOps. Okay, so how like people are telling like to learn DevOps or to be in a DevOps domain, programming language is must, and Linux operating system or Linux operating system experience is must, or prior IT industry experience is must, and their non-technical backgrounds cannot do DevOps. So all these things are myths. Understood? So all these things are myths. Okay. No need to worry about all these things, guys. If you want to become a DevOps engineer, see here, as I told you, that is how the myths, right? Of course, if you have a programming language about any programming language, it's a plus point. But if you don't have any programming language, no need to worry about learning or go behind the DevOps technology. Getting my point? All right. See here, programming language in the sense here, first of all, I want to tell you that, as I told you that DevOps, the term indicates that development plus operation team, right? See, if I want to share this screen with you guys, okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Can you able to see my screen, guys? Guys, can you able to see my screen?
Not yet, sir.
Oh my goodness. Stop share. Your screen share. No, I can able
Now
to
we
see
can see, sir.
my screen. Okay, perfect. Okay. So can you able to see my screen, guys? Now tell me. How about now? Guys, can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can see the screen.
Yes. So this is, guys, this is a development team and this is the operations team. So you can be able to see dev that, guys, 10-15 years back, when DevOps is not in place, how used to things, gonna happen in a real-time organization. Okay. See here, when developers write the code for the application, once developer write the code of the application, they will push that code to the repository. Okay. From there, till we deliver that application to the client server, multiple teams get involved, like system administrator or build and release engineers. Okay. Then what do we call testing team involved, quality assurance team get involved, and then finally server administrator team get involved. Okay. So what this I'm just listing just few of the teams, but apart from that teams, multiple teams get involved just to deliver the application or code written by the development team and to deliver to the client server. This many teams get involved. Getting the point? And everything will be in a manual process. Okay. So as you know that when there is a manual process, okay, the process will be very slow. Okay. So what will happen, once developer write the code of the any application, until it delivered to the operation or client server, is taking too much of time. Getting my point? So this is a traditional technology before DevOps was placed in the market. Okay. So once DevOps came to the market, how actually it's happening? Because DevOps is it's like everything will be automated. Getting a point? So the term DevOps is nothing but it's a process of improving the application delivery. You're getting my point? By ensuring that there is a proper automation in place, there is a proper testing in place, there is a proper maintenance will be placed, and there is a proper what we call delivery. Understood? That is nothing but DevOps team. So once developers write the code of the application, when they push to the any repository like Git, GitHub repository, from there actually DevOps engineers will come to the picture. Okay, so till we deliver that application to the client server, complete end-to-end responsibility is DevOps engineers' responsibility. Getting my point? Since as I told you that DevOps is a automation process, everything will be get automated by using multiple DevOps tools. Getting my point? So as I told you that in the market, most of the people are telling about some myths about the DevOps. Okay, like as I told you that programming language is required, right? So guys, tell me one thing: why we require programming language? Because we want, if you want to become a DevOps engineer, of course you're not a developer, right? So that's not our responsibility to write a code for the application. Okay, if you have a programming language, it's a plus point for you. I'm not denying that you don't require any of the programming language, but you know what, in DevOps we have multiple tools. In any of the tools we will not use any of the programming language, except one tool is there, that is called as Terraform. For that we need just little bit about the Python. Okay, and that too no need to go deep dive to the Python and all. Just we required 8-10 commands, that's more than enough. Okay, Python 8 to 10 commands is more than enough to work in a Terraform tool. Getting my point? Okay, so it's mean that it's a myth in the market that okay, DevOps engineers they should know programming language is required. So it's a myth. So I will into mark for that. Okay, not required programming language. What about next? Linux experience is must. People will say that okay, to become a DevOps engineer, Linux experience is must. Man, what I will tell you as per my experience, see, of course, in DevOps, with all the tools we are working, we have to work in a Linux operating system itself. Okay, tell me one thing. Linux is what? Linux is just an operating system, right? Same like Windows operating system. Okay. So everybody using laptop, you are right. Your laptop people are using, of course, you have install in Windows operating system. Guys, understood? So everybody knows how to operate on Windows operating system. Am I correct? Okay, so to operate on a Windows operating system, have you taken any specific training for that? Of course not, right? Because what maximum will do in a Windows operating system, we know that we can right click, we can create a folder. Inside a folder, right click, we can create a file. In that file, we will update the data. We can copy the data, we can paste the data, we can move the data, or we can send the data through an email. We can delete the data. If you want to download anything through internet, what we'll do, we'll open one browser, there will search for any application, we will download and install. That's all we will do, right? Getting a point? But everything we'll do in a Windows operating system, it's a GUI, it's a graphical user interface, it's a user friendly. Understood? Similarly, same thing we are going to perform, same activity in Linux operating system as well. Getting my point? But the difference between the Windows and Linux operating system is Linux is just a CLI. It's a command line interface tool. Understood, guys? Okay. So see here, guys. Linux experience is must. So what maximum we can do? See here, we have simple commands in Linux. See here, what if I want to create one folder? mkdir. MK means make, dir means directory. Okay, create one directory. If I want to create a file, we have multiple commands like using a touch command, we can create a file, using a nano, vi, like the simple commands with help of that we can create. Understood? It's not right. Guys, understanding? If I want to move any data from one place to another place or from one folder to another folder, just use command mv command, which is nothing but move. If I want to copy and paste, cp, copy. Getting my point, guys? If I want to download anything from the internet, we have one command called wget or curl curl. That's it. Guys, understanding? Just it is a CLI command line interface, whereas Windows is a graphical user interface. So that we can easily learn, right? Guys, understanding what I mean to say? Okay, so next is like you should have to learn DevOps. If you want to become a DevOps engineer, prior IT experience is required. Why we require prior IT experience? Not required at all. See here, guys. If I am on talk about my journey, I started my career with networking domain. Okay, so I worked around 6 years in the networking domain. Then I joined this BLEARN Bsoft Institute. I learned cloud and DevOps. Then through internal movement, I jumped to the DevOps domain. Understood? Now overall, I have relevant experience in DevOps, 5 to 6 years. Understanding, guys? So no prior IT experience is required, guys. It's all about myth. See here, and another, I have seen in the market that people are making scared, like, okay, non-technical background cannot do DevOps. They cannot become DevOps engineers. No, it's a myth. What can we do? Guys, every company will prefer if you have a good knowledge in any of the particular domain, definitely you can crack the interview. That I will ensure you. Getting my point? Even if you are a non-technical background, I mean to say that if you are from the BCA or BA or any of the background, yes, you can do it, because DevOps is not a technology. DevOps is a methodology. Understood? Like technology means what? Nowadays AI, artificial intelligence. If you're learning Java, Python, .NET, C++, all these programming languages will come under technology. Understood? But DevOps not a technology, it's just a methodology. Already there is a fixed of methods, just we need to learn how to work on this methodology. Everything will get processed in a method wise. Getting the point? Guys, understanding? If I'm sharing this, this is in the development team, developers will come to the picture, build team who will build the application, and testing team who are going to test each and every line of the code of the application, and the quality assurance team, they will check the user interface of the application, and the application is user friendly or not. So these teams will come under development team. Understood? And this is the operation team where we will deploy the application. When the application is ready from the development team, we'll deploy that application to the client server. Getting my point? Then we'll do the maintenance part, and we'll do the monitoring. We'll see that application is working properly or not, and in the server, if all the equipments are working properly or not. All these things we will keep on monitor for 24/7. Understood? So this entire process or this entire procedure will call as software development life cycle. Getting my point? Understood, guys? Clear. So this all myths about DevOps. See here, guys, I have seen that nowadays DevOps is booming in the market. Getting my point? Cloud and DevOps is booming in the market. You can expect more and more package for the DevOps domain and all. Getting my point, guys? Don't get scared about okay, to learn DevOps is a too tough, or it's a technology we cannot able to learn this, we cannot able to survive in an industry. That's all myth about that. Getting a point, guys? See, right, DevOps is just a practice. Okay, we have some tools in the DevOps. Okay, what kind of tools? All tools are open source, and all the tools that can be automate and integrate. Okay, process between the software development and the IT operations. Getting a point, guys? Clear? Anybody have any doubt? Does anybody have any question? Nobody have any question about DevOps?
Hi,
Guys,
all.
nobody have any question? Okay.
Like I said, Sir has overall 10 plus year experience with the IT field. So I say that a lot of students, candidates who join this session are actually looking for a job. So I think this would be the right opportunity for you to clear out any doubts that you have in your mind. Maybe you may not get such opportunities in coming days. So if anybody want to ask anything, feel free to ask. Please take that chair. Yeah, Narendra, you can ask.
Yeah, hi, Mohammed sir. Actually, your session was very nice, very interactive. I have one question, like you have said about the DevOps, but still we are confused regarding the cloud computing and DevOps. Are these both are similar, or either we have to go with the cloud, or either we have to go with the DevOps, or we have to do the both for future growth?
Listen. Yeah, it's a very good question, Narendra. Okay, so actually, Narendra, you cannot able to learn DevOps without a cloud architect knowledge. At least you should know at least one cloud technology. Means like either it is AWS, or it is Azure, or GCP. It's a mandatory. Once you learn about the cloud platform, then only you can able to learn about DevOps. Both are correlated with each other. Getting my point?
Yep.
Yes. Apart from that, guys, anybody have any question?
So one more question. Actually, like as you said, you have transformed your career from as you was in the network domain for 6 years, and after that you have transformed from to cloud and DevOps branch. So in that case, I just want to know that you have means give your career for 6 years in the network domain. So now that networks are still being used in your DevOps, or miss like whatever the network part was there, right? Switch route and all that miss that experience are also being used in computing and DevOps, or it's totally got is.
Yeah, of course, man. If you have a networking, knowledge, it's a plus sign for you. But you know what? I completely moved to a DevOps team where we are not keep touch with the, DevOps things and all. But what we are using a monitoring tool. Okay, so like a Prometheus and Grafana, using the tools, of course, we will, do the health check of all these servers, virtual machines, or all the equipments which we are using in our organization. Understood? So we'll check the server CPU how much CPU utilization, how much disk utilization, how much what we call memory utilization, what's the health status of the application which is running inside a server. All this will do the monitoring using a Prometheus and Grafana tool. Getting my point? Apart from that,
Yeah.
actually we are getting projects. Okay, so our responsibility is to deliver that application using a different so DevOps tools, and we will deliver or we will deploy that application to the client server. Understood?
Okay.
So if you have knowledge in DevOps, that also you can implement using a DevOps tools. If you don't have, it's depend on project to project.
Okay.
Clear? Guys, is one thing I want to tell you: everything, in an organization, everything will, is migrating to a cloud. Everybody's aware of that, right? So there is
Mhm.
no, traditional infrastructure is available in an organization because it's too costly. I hope, Savita, have explained all these things about you.
Yes.
I hope you understood what I mean to say,
Yes. Yes.
Narendra.
Yes. Yes. Mohammed,
So apart
Mohammed
from
sir, one last question.
Mhm.
Actually, like as even I am having 4 to 5 years experience in the voice platform. Means like we are
Mhm.
supporting the Avaya PBX and all. So
Mhm.
voice domain. So
Mhm.
actually now I'm not having looking any growth in this voice domain. So is it
Voice
good?
let me clear one thing. VoIP,
View VoIP?
voice
Yes,
over
yes, yes.
protocol.
Voice over IP. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is it a good time to get to learn about the cloud computing DevOps and switch my career from VoIP to?
Yes. It's a very good time, guys. It's a high time. It's a peak time. I would say that. Okay. And you know that if you search for the market and all in DevOps, you will get unexpected package as well if you have a good knowledge.
Okay.
Getting your point? I have seen people who have transitioned from networking DevOps and all. They are in very good package. That I will ensure you guys. Definitely, you should choose this technology.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir. Very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Anybody? Okay, guys. Apart from Narendra, I hope nobody have any question. So I hope for the best. I wish you all the best for your bright future, guys. Clear? Thank you. Yes, Avita, you may continue.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining the session. And I hope it was an insightful session for everyone. You were able to clear your doubts, whatever you had in your mind. Now, like I said earlier, wait, yes. So you can stop sharing this. So, like we said earlier, now we are heading towards the end of the session. And let us talk about it. You got an idea about what are the IT domains you might actually fit into. And also, you got to hear from a real time professional. Now, the point is, how do I prepare for interviews? Definitely, right? You learn everything, you prepare everything, but you're not able to express before an interview panel means the all efforts you have put into is going in vain, right? So this session, I see that you all are from different parts, like you all talk different languages. If you're comfortable talking in your mother tongue, you please ask me. Or if you're comfortable talking in English, that's also fine. So you can ask me any questions you have regarding interview preparation. I'll answer. Okay. Anybody who has difficulty in talking in English, no problem. You ask me in your native language. If I'm able to understand, I'll answer. Okay. Anybody, what is that one question which you think, okay, the moment you hear interview, that one question, you're like, oh God, what will I answer for this? Any such questions? There are 30 people. So everybody will have some or other interview questions in your mind. Be like, what will I answer if somebody asks me this? Any such questions? Anybody? You can drop questions in chat also. I'll be monitoring the chat. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയമുണ്ടോ? സംശയമില്ല. ഇന്ന് ചോദ്യം വന്നാൽ ഞാൻ എന്ത് പറയും? What will I answer if somebody asks me this question? Nobody? Like you all are super prepared for an interview? I'm not asking about technical interview. I'm asking about the HR part of the interview. Every interview have this category, HR round. And somebody who clears a technical round, there are chances or there was situations just because they were not able to answer properly for the non-technical questions, which an HR asked, they were rejected. No questions?
Oh, yeah. I'm having one question.
Yes.
Like generally when we give the interview and in the HR round, sometimes they ask what package are you interested, means like how much package you want. So at that moment, shall we say that okay, yes, I want this amount of package, or shall we say whatever the benefit or suits the package for this role, I am expected to that, means what will be the answer on this? Either we give the amount count, or shall we depends on them whatever they have decided to give?
Oh, yes. So basically, when the HR recruiter asks what is the package you're looking for, how you can answer that. So first of all, I'm telling any interview, the moment you feel that, okay, I'm ready to give an interview, first you should have a very good resume that is going to talk about yourself. Second thing is learn the industry. For your profile, for the year of experience you are holding, what is the current salary you can expect in Indian market? Okay, you should do a study on that. You can use platforms like Glassdoor for research in LinkedIn, and you should understand for your qualification what is the standard amount. Also, I'll tell you, in case if you're changing the company, a standard hike you can expect is 30 to 40% of your previous salary. That is the standard most of the companies follow. Okay. And let's say you are applying, like said, let's say you are into cloud. Now you've upskilled into DevOps and you are applying for a DevOps engineer role. You learn what is the average package for a DevOps engineer with so many years of experience. Also, you should understand which city you are applying for. Every Indian cities are classified into Tier A, Tier B, and Tier C. All this Bangalore, then Delhi, Mumbai, all this comes in Tier A. Now Kerala, Chennai, all this comes into Tier C. And I think Noida is also in Tier A. Now all those small cities will be there, right? That all falls in Tier C. Now Tier A gets the maximum salary because the cost of living, everything is higher there. Whatever salary you get in Bangalore, you cannot expect that in Chennai because the cost of living is little bit less comparatively in Chennai. That salary you cannot expect in Kerala because again, their expenses, the overall cost, everything is less there. But let's say you move to Mumbai, you can ask for a better package. So you should always do an industry study and also understand you can expect 30 to 40% hike. Now, let's say you studied the industry market and all. Still, you will feel like, okay, what if I ask this? Now, I'll tell you. First point, what you have to remember is not every interview you attend is for you. There are candidates, I have personally seen some candidate, he attended, not exaggerating, 23 interviews he attended. It was on 24th interview, he got the right package he had in his mind. That is why I'm telling, not every interview you attend is for you. If you're so confident, I have so and so skill, and I can actually ask for this, and don't be too unrealistic. That is why I told you do an industry study. And also, when you talk, you communicate this to an HR. Don't be so like straightforward saying that, okay, in my previous company I was earning 6 lakhs per annum. Now I'm looking for 9 lakhs per annum. No, that is not how you communicate. Again, guys, I'm telling you, be it any interview, it's about how you play with your words. See, I'm telling you, for example, somebody is asking, Savita, what is your audible now?
Yes.
Yes. So let's say I'm telling in my previous company I was getting 6 lakhs per annum. Now I'm looking for 9 lakhs per annum. The same answer, what if I say like this? Thank you for this opportunity. In my previous company, when I was working on so and so tools and carrying 3 years of experience, my package was 6 lakhs per annum. But now I know a little bit of more tools. Always, when you're trying to switch, at least try to learn some extra tools. That is also one key point I want to tell you. One extra skill, if you learn, when you try to switch the job, that is always a safer side. So you can tell, okay, so now when I'm trying to search, I know so and so tools. So I am looking forward for a package of 9 lakhs per annum and it is negotiable. So you're not ending the conversation cut and right, but that small sentence that it is negotiable is opening a window for you for the next round. What will the HR tell their manager? I worked as an HR for many years. I was hiring for technical roles. What I used to tell my manager after an interview was, and they're looking for this much package, and they told this is negotiable. So what my manager will tell them, tell me, so that you do one thing. This is our package. This is what we can offer. They're telling maybe 8.5, and he already told us negotiable, right? You just reach out to him and look if 8.5 is okay for him. So that is again opening a chance for you for another round of conversation. So let's say they are telling 8.5, but you still feel no, that is not enough for you. So openly tell them, no, ma'am, actually, I have upskilled. And when I did an industry study, when I checked other, do not always bring other companies' name, but you can tell when I did an industry research, I understood that for my experience and my salary, what I was getting, I can at least expect that 9 lakhs per annum. That is what the industry standard I am expecting. So if you can push up to 9 lakhs per annum, it would be great for me to work with you. Again, the HR will go back. So you're getting one more chance to talk. That is basically the point. Okay. And like I said, not every interview you attend is for you. If that company is again not willing to give that amount, means look for the next company. And also one more thing, let's say in my mind, I wanted to get 9 lakhs per annum. You always ask for 9.5 LPA because definitely HR will bring one single point they will bring down. Okay, that is how they work. Fine. And there are other companies also who will give you 100% hike also. Such scenarios are also there. That is why choose the company very wisely, understand their history, how employee satisfaction is there. How will you research about the company and find how satisfied the employees are? Do a LinkedIn research about the company or read Glassdoor reviews of the company of that particular specific role. You will get an idea. Okay. So does that answer the question, Narendra Yadav?
Yes, ma'am. Very nicely answered. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah. Now, somebody has asked me, as a CS fresher, I don't have any specific skills. What if I get asked? See, if somebody asks you about skills, you should have some skills to answer. If not, it is time for you to acquire some skills. I understand that as a fresher, you may not have a specific skill to talk about. That is why every freshers right after their college nowadays, either you should get directly placed in campus placements because the company knows you are freshers, they will train you. If campus placement didn't work for you, Definitely learn some skills, do projects, and make your resume look rich on that projects and tools. There is nothing else you can do about it. That is the scenario. Advaya, that is the name, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So what you should do is, you are from CS background. You already know some tools which you have learned. Whatever is aligned. Let's say you know Java, go for Java full stack. Or let's say you have, I'll tell you, cloud computing is actually easy for freshers because it is not into deep code like technical. It's not more about coding, or networking also doesn't involve much coding and all. So you select which area is suitable for you. I told you, do that assessment, you will get an idea. Then you will have a core skill to talk about. Now, anyone else has any doubt? Or else I will ask some questions. Then you will understand. Okay, these all will be asked. What if they are asking, where do you see yourself in next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years? No idea. Definitely HR will ask you. Next 5 years or 2 years. So you should always be able to talk about a dream that is within the company. I still remember, I say for sure I'm learning things, new things, and I'm a good learner and I'm waiting for more opportunities to learn practically. Okay, very good. Now, Sonia, I'll ask you, we can say like, I see myself in a better position. That is a plain sentence. It is like you're polishing. See, the HR is better, no polished answers. You cannot outsmart an HR. They are trained in that. They'll find out who is faking, who are genuine. Again, if some, I still remember I once interviewed a candidate and asked him, what is your goal? It was like, I want to work with you for another 2 years, then switch into companies like Microsoft or Google. I clearly told him, you're very open to apply to Google or Microsoft at this point itself. Never talk about such goals in a company. One student told, ma'am, I want to work here for 1 year and I'm actually working on my IELTS. Later, I'll move to Canada. I told him, apply now only. You go. Will not hold you. And I told him, we have 2 years of bond. Simply, I told him, we have 2 years of bond. So, how will you leave? He was like, I'll compensate and I'll leave. So, such kind of attitude, no companies will actually entertain. What you have to do is, you tell them, if you give me an opportunity, I would like to collaborate with the teams here. And I see that you should do a company research. That is the first and foremost thing. Learn about the company, what all tools they are using. LinkedIn will give a clear picture on that. And tell, right now I know so and so skills, and I believe that if I work with your organization, I'll be able to upskill in, or I will be able to get hands-on in so and so tools as well. And also, I am a very good team player. So moving forward, I see myself in a position where I can help the new joinees and also contribute towards the growth of this company. I told I want to help the new joinees, which means who helps the new joinees? I mean, manage a team of new joinees. Indirectly, you're saying you want to be in a managerial position. If you are promoted to a managerial position, automatically you get the hike as well. Right? So, indirectly, you spoke about the promotion you are looking for. And what they heard, that you will be contributing towards the growth of the company. So, this is what I'm telling you. Interview is all about you playing with the words. Right time, right answer. Okay. Now, anyone else, any questions? If you want to ask in Malayalam or Tamil, it's okay. You can ask me. No problem. Some people may not be that comfortable talking in English. I understand. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും ചോദിക്കാനുണ്ടോ? Kannada is also fine. I understand a little bit of Kannada. Anybody? Any questions? Why should you hire me? Ah, very good question. Why should I hire you? Okay. Amjad, I'm asking you, why should I hire you? What will you answer? Why should I hire you? What is the area you're looking into? Is it cloud, networking, full stack? What is the domain? Amjad? Okay, it's into cybersecurity field. Okay, I'm asking you, why should I hire you? What will you answer? I'll tell you. This is why, again, I'm telling you, you should know the job you have applied in and out. When you apply for a job, you will get the job description. Certain tools will be mentioned, like pen testing, SOC, monitoring. Some keywords will be there. Which means I, as a recruiter, is clearly looking for someone who has those particular skills. So when somebody asks you, why should I hire you? You tell them, thank you for, like, I am so skills and I am sure to help. Okay. Let us frame it a little bit better. The format is correct. So you tell them, I see that, like, I am skilled in the domain of cybersecurity, and I know, like, I told you should do projects as well, right? I have hands-on experience, hands-on skills on so and so tools as a part of the project I have done. And I see that in your job description, you are looking for someone with the same experience. So I found out that I would be a better candidate, or I would be a suitable candidate for the requirement you are looking for. And I am looking forward to work with the company that is growing. That is why I feel that I would be the right candidate, because your job description and my skills align. This is the way you should answer. Always make them see. A recruiter is taking interviews on a daily basis continuously. So the process is tiring for them as well. So actually, you are making the process easier for them. You are telling the JD is matching their skills. That is the way how you communicate with an HR. Okay? Not always you have to polish. At certain questions, the answer should be straight. Okay? Anyone else? Any questions?
What is a common questions in the interview?
Sorry,
Like
what are the
introduce common questions in the interview?
common questions?
Yes, like tell me about yourself. Then after.
Yes. In every interview, be it technical, non-technical, everybody starts with self-introduction. Now, in self-introduction, I say that, especially this happens with freshers, okay? They'll talk about, hey, my name is this, I'm coming from this place, in my family, I have so and so people, my hobby is this, I read books. No. We're in 2025. Everything is advanced. There is a queue of interviewers, candidates standing. So nobody is interested. Actually, nobody is interested to hear your entire hobbies, everything. What they are looking for, the right candidate for the opening. So your self-introduction should be all concentrated on one point. Who are you? That who are you can be, you can introduce your name, no problem. But since that is already there in your resume, what I follow is, thank you for giving me an opportunity. And I come from my education background. Okay, you talk about your education background. And slowly I take it to the point. Let's say I'm applying for a technical role. I'll tell them, okay, I studied engineering or whatever my education is. And post my education, I caught my interest into this. This is for freshers, okay? I caught my interest into this areas is why I decided to learn so and so tools. And when I learned so and so tools, I felt that why get into the core domain of it. Let's say networking. And I did a networking program from an institute or somewhere. And I did few projects in the domain. And when I was actually when I felt I'm ready for the industry, I went through platforms and I came across your job role. And when I went through the JD of your company, I found that I would be the right candidate because my skills align with the same. And that's the reason I'm sitting in front of you today for this interview. So in one shot, you told about what is your background, education background, what are the skills you have, why you are interested in that job. This is what is actually an HR is trying to hear from a fresher. But there are some companies, they want to little bit check about your communication as well. That time they will ask you, okay, tell me about your family. I want to hear about your family. Use that opportunity to talk about your family. Now let's say I basically come from Kerala and now I'm working in Bangalore. So what I used to include in my self introduction is I was born and brought up in Kerala and I did my education out of Kerala. So I do mention that also in my self introduction. And why? Because I want them to feel that I am adaptable. Let's say this company has a branch in let's say abroad. What if they want to send someone from the company there? I am already someone who has adapted to a different culture, right? So I want to project that as well, that I am adaptable to different culture. Tomorrow if you have a requirement to send someone to a different location, I would be the right candidate. Now if you're someone with experience, your self introduction should talk about your experience. Thank you, or my name is. You can start with your name or not. Both are right. There is nothing wrong or right in self introduction. It's all about how you present. Okay. Or you can tell, okay, my name is, I come from this locality, and my after my education and so year, I joined this company, and this was my designation. I worked on so tools, and after working there for certain amount of years, I then switched into another company and I worked on so tools here. Like that, you should bring the self introduction. And you can conclude saying that, okay, now I'm looking for an advanced position which is related to my career. Is when I came across your job opening and going through your JD, I found out that my past experience and the skills would align your requirement. Is why I'm sitting for this interview today. This is how you can curate your self introduction. Basically, in short, your self introduction again should talk about your skills, but in a very presentable way. They should not feel it like, okay, this is only technical. It's all about how you put it across. Any other questions? I hope that self introduction helped you, Junaid.
Yes. I think next level question. First, they ask about this about yourself. Then after, commonly, what is asking for the next step?
If you're an experienced person, they will ask you, why did you leave your previous job? Definitely, they will ask you. See, I'll tell you, every company's HR have a policy that any candidate, it is basically human instinct as well. Any candidate who talks bad about the previous company will not be entertained. Very simple reason. It's sure that you will not stay with us also for lifelong, right? So one point you will also leave the company. So there is a possibility in the next interview you will talk bad about our company also. So if any time you are asked about why you left the company, do not talk in such a way that they feel you're talking bad about the previous companies. There are certain cases like you really had a bad experience, you can talk about it. But the way you present should be little bit, okay, mediate level, okay? The best answer you can give is, I have worked with that organization for so many years and I was able to contribute maximum to the company. And when I reached one point, I felt that there was no point of growth, not financially. Don't say that. You tell them skill wise, I felt that I was not able to go to the next level. And I had a conversation with the team, but according to the right scenario, that was the only space available in the company. There was no room for me to upskill or use new tools. So at that point, I already communicated with the company, and according to the situation there right now, I found out that what is suitable for me is to look for opportunities so that I can use new tools or I can work with new tools, is when I came across your job opening. So you never told anything bad about your company. You are very good, like with that company, you're in good terms with the company. You also had a conversation with them that will you have an opportunity to work on new technology, because that is how you grow in your career, right? But they told right now that is not the situation with the company. So happily you are letting go. Happily, there is no like baggage or careers, nothing. So that is how you can talk about why did you leave your previous company. And if you're somebody who had lost job in COVID, such things you can genuinely talk about, because the entire economy was hit by COVID. Such things, be open about it. Don't worry. Okay. For freshers, what kind of questions they are asking? They will ask self-introduction. They will ask, why should we hire you? You tell them, like you did projects and all, no, how it aligns. They will ask you, where do you see yourself in next 5 years? Talk about it. What are your strengths and what are your weakness? Strength, everybody knows what are your strong areas. You're a good learner, you're a multitasker, you all know about it. See, when somebody is asking what is your strong area, also give an example. Let's say I'm a very good learner. Simply telling I'm a good learner, anybody can tell. But you give examples. It was last week I had it like I attended a summit and I got about lot of domains and I felt that okay, maybe data science would be suitable for me. So now I took a platform to learn and I'm upskilling in data science. So you should have a proof also there. Okay, tell something like that, which actually aligns with your industry goals as well. That is always best. Now, if somebody is asking about the weakness, that is a point where you should be very cautious. Do not put yourself down just to talk about your weakness. This is very tricky question. Instead, you start from past, end it in future. That is how the answer should be. See, some candidates, they'll try to outsmart. They will tell, no, ma'am, I don't have any weakness. We all are human beings. Everybody has a weakness. Nobody is 100% perfect. But how you can answer this? Let's say I'm someone very short-tempered. You cannot say, ma'am, I'm very short-tempered. What will I analyze? Okay, this person is very short-tempered. If I put him in a team, he might argue with others, which will affect the atmosphere of the team. Instead, what you can tell is, in past, I had problem managing my temper, which don't bring any company examples. Okay, once when I was talking with my family, I suddenly raised my voice. I was out of control, and end of the day, I found or I felt that this attitude of mine was actually hurting others. Is when I thought I will start practicing yoga or mindful activities. And since past 6 months or something, I'm practicing yoga, and I see a lot of difference in my character. Even my family members told me that I'm very calm and patient now. So what will the recruiter feel? Okay, this person is very calm and patient now. He worked on it. So you started from the past. You only found a solution. You are in the present. This is how the weakness should be answered. Now, I'm telling everyone, these are non-technical questions, HR questions. There is no standard format for any of such questions. It is all about how you answer. Same thing, how beautifully you can frame and convey. That is the beauty of HR questions. Any other questions anyone want to ask? Anything that comes to your mind? Should we curate our resume? Exactly. You should first make a outline of your resume, one generic one. Now, based on each JD, you should customize it. Let's say I am going to a shop. My friend is also going to a shop. We both want a dress. If we tell the salesman we want a dress, he will not randomly start giving me the dress. He will ask me, ma'am, what is your preference? Which color, which model? Same he will ask to my friend also. So same should happen with your resume. Let's say you are bulk emailing your resumes. That time it will not work. But if you're hand picking and sending the resumes, in case of LinkedIn and all, you should have customized resumes. Or some opening you will see, right? HR's email will be there, contact. Send the emails that is customized to the JD. Right. You are from BCom background, now it's into cybersecurity. No problem. See, we have a lot of students from BBA also, BA English. If somebody is asking, okay, you're from a whole different domain, why you are doing this now? You tell them, ma'am, my background is BCom. And during that time, it was one point I came across any course that is related to cybersecurity. Or in my family, I had a big brother or sister or my friend who was learning cybersecurity. So once I got an opportunity to talk with him, or I was able to see the work he was doing, is when I actually got interest into or grew my interest into this field. So I did a research of my own, and I did in such cases like when you're trying to transit your career, doing a certification courses would always benefit you, not mandatory again, but it would be an added advantage. So you can tell I took an opportunity to learn this, and as the time went by, when I was doing that course or when I was doing the project, I grew more and more interest into it, and I found that this is my real core area. Is why I thought, even though I studied a different domain, my career would be something I would love to do even after 20 years. That is why I'm choosing the domain of cybersecurity. Only one point you told, that is even after 20 years, which means you have a long-term goal. Okay. Coming from a different background, jumping into IT, it is very common, but you should be able to justify it. Sure, welcome. Background is BTech AIML is definitely AIML is related to data analytics and data science. So what you can do is you do data analytics, and the next level of data analytics is data science. So you can go through that career map. No problem. I think it is a completely related, right match. Okay, sure. So I think, guys, it's almost 12:51. We have started on 10:30. It's your weekend. I don't want to steal a lot of time of your weekend. If you have any more doubts, you can post it. Like I said, you can reach out to us. Our number will be shared with you. We are more happy to help you with one-to-one mentoring as well. Also, we have a LinkedIn page. Both BLEARN Academy and BSoft Education has a LinkedIn page as well. You can connect to us, because I'm telling you, being an IT professional, LinkedIn is going to be your identity as well. Most of the recruiters nowadays has started asking for LinkedIn URL. For freshers, especially if you're learning any new domain, whatever you are learning, try to showcase that in LinkedIn. Like day one, I learned so and so tools. Or if you're doing a project, you try to outline it. Use the right hashtag, and also make connections with the right industry leaders, maybe HRs. Or let's say here, Vaishnavi, right? Vaishnavi want to do data analytics. Go to LinkedIn, target data analysts who are working in the field. Follow them, understand their workflow. They might have notified it in the experience, right? What tools they are working. Some people specifically mentioned tools they are working. Understand that. Like I said, you are from data analytics, right? Learn the data. You try to analyze. Okay, they are working in that. So if I study so and so, my future will be into this. You do data science then. Okay. So take the data, study it, predict your future. And also do what? When you get time, be in a nice way, try to open conversation with them. Hi, ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting my request. Don't directly jump into the conversation and irritate them. They might have projects, team meetings, lot of it going on their head, working professionals. Slowly break a conversation with them and take for mentorship as well. It should not feel like you are spamming them. Guys, it is LinkedIn, not Facebook or Instagram. Spamming is not at all entertained there. Be professional there. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it for the session. Like I said, now yes, the exam registration, it's basically the assessment registration. Link is posted here. Kindly register it so that we will share the assessment notification to you, and you can take up it is not aptitude test and all. Okay, don't think like that. It's a very basic test so that you can understand your right domain, and based on that, interested candidates will be given up to 100% scholarship or internship when we will let you know once you register in this link, no, when the exam is held, assessment is held, we will contact you, we will let you know. Okay. Yes. And there is one more surprise which I don't want to break it now. We'll let you know for all attendees. Okay. In community, we'll be disclosing that to everyone. So again, thank you all. It's a happy Sunday. I have stolen half of your Sunday, but it's for your career, for your benefit. So let us all work together for a better future. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Have a happy Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Recording stop.